Let's take it straight to the big story. After the centre's proposed capital infusion, PNB is likely to reduce the extent of its stake sale in PNB Housing Finance. Nisha Poddar has exclusive details. Nisha?
Thanks for that, Mangalam. Of course, sources with direct knowledge share with us that what Punjab National Bank is likely to do is only sell about close to 13% stake out of the 33% stake that it holds in PNB Housing Finance. Now, remember, the entire stake sale operation was taken over to raise sub-funds. Remember, they had said that 8,000 crore rupees is likely to be raised. So that target is likely to be fulfilled because of the centre's capital infusion that had been just recently announced. So 6,000 odd crore rupees coming in from there. So now PNB has brought down the quantum of stake sale in PNB Housing Finance, and the deal size could be close to about 2,000 odd crore rupees. So what they're looking at doing is selling 13% stake. Out of that, remember, GA, General Atlantic, which is a private equity firm, and Varde Partner. These are the two buyers which are likely to buy out of that 13% stake which is on offer. What I do gather is that GA could be buying about 5 to 6 odd percent. They already own 10% stake in PNB Housing Finance, and Varde Capital Partner that is looking at picking up about 7 to 8 odd percent. Earlier, remember, the reports had suggested that an advanced talk and almost deal closure was reached by PNB to sell about 22% stake, which now has been slashed to about 13%. So the deal size worth about 2,000 odd crore rupees per share price of PNB Housing Finance could be closer to about 1,000 odd crore rupees per share as part of this transaction. That deal announcement is likely very soon as well.
All right, Nisha, thanks a lot for that. So we will keep an eye out on that. But remember, this is the last day of the month. Tomorrow is the first day of a new month. As usual, we have all the automobile companies which are expected to announce their sales data. Nimesh Shah joins us with more details on that. Nimesh, what is expected?
Hi, Mangalam. So, the weak trend is likely to continue in the month of Feb as well. So that's the general consensus across the street. If you look at individual companies now, Maruti is expecting a total sales of 150,000 units, which is pretty much flat YOY. The bigger disappointment for Maruti will come in the exports number, where street is expecting or penciling in 25% degrowth YOY on the export number at 9,000 units. So that's one stock to watch out for. Second stock is Ashok Leyland. There, the total sales is expected to be 20,000 units, which is a good 10% growth YOY. I think Ashok Leyland, if this is a number which comes in, this will be the second month where there will be a growth for Ashok Leyland. So that would be a positive surprise for the street. So that's a stock to watch out for. Within two-wheelers, I think the biggest stock to watch is Eicher Motors. The stock is down to already today 2%. The street is penciling in around 70,000 units, which will be a 4% degrowth YOY. The range is quite high. I was looking at the various reports, and it ranges between 68,000 to 72,000 units, and this is for the RE sale. So that is the number to watch out for. Anything below 65,000 will be seen very negatively, because even in the last month they reported close to 72,000 units. So you have to watch out for Eicher Motors very closely. Hero MotoCorp, again on expected lines, 555,000 units, which is 12% down YOY, pretty much in the price as well. And Bajaj could be on the positive side. So the series is expecting close to 385,000 units, which is a 7% growth, largely led by exports. So Bajaj to some extent is known to the market as well, and that's why it's reflective in the price as well. So watch out for Maruti in the large names, watch out for Ashok Leyland, and definitely watch out for Eicher Motor for any sort of a disappointment in the Feb sale numbers.
All right, thanks so much, Nimesh, for giving us a heads up on how the auto sales is likely to look like. Now, we also spoke to Ramdev Agarwal earlier today. Hear him out on his expert take on the auto space.
There are two issues, Lata. I mean, one is the franchise, and second is the growth. Yes. Okay, yes. So franchise is intact. Monopoly of both the companies on their own segments are intact. So profitability of the business is not in doubt. But no business goes in a straight line at 40% compounded or 30% compounded. So every business, after 2 or 3 years of growth, it takes a breather. But market doesn't know how long this breathing is going to continue. Is it going to be 1 year? Is it going to be 2 quarters? Or is it going to be forever? That is your call as an investor, whether you want to sit there or move on.
All right, some fresh development coming in on the Wing Commander Abhinandan. Pakistan government sources say to our correspondent Parishad that the timing of return of Wing Commander will be subject to end of hostilities. Pakistan will return Captain Abhinandan, but India must engage on reducing tensions and hostilities. So they are saying that they will return the Wing Commander, which they ought to do. However, this is subject to end of hostilities. So this is something that we'll have to keep an eye out on. What are the riders to this? Must engage on reducing tensions tensions. Remember, ever since this has happened, both the sides have been talking about de-escalation and talking about their intent to ending hostilities and perhaps some dialogue which would bring in peace process. But now Pakistan government sources are saying timing of return of Wing Commander Abhinandan is subject to end of hostilities, for which India must engage on reducing tensions and ending hostilities. We'll try to get in Parikshit on this, but this is a rather interesting development, if you must, because everyone has been talking about returning Captain Abhinandan to India, and hail and hearty. Those are a couple of things that the Indians would want, and the world is watching out for that, given Pakistan had paraded Captain Abhinandan in the media, breaching the Geneva Convention. Now Pakistan is saying they will return Abhinandan, but India must engage on reducing tensions and hostilities. We have Parikshit with us. Parikshit, this is a fresh development.
Well, it seems that Pakistan is also under international pressure because India and Pakistan wants to get the high moral ground.
All right.
CNBC.
It's a bit of a scratchy line, but the gist of the thing that Parikshit was saying, that Pakistan is facing some sort of international pressure to return Captain Abhinandan, and they would like to be on a higher moral ground. They will return Captain Abhinandan, but India must engage on reducing tensions and hostilities. What we'll do is we'll end the show at this point in time, take a short break, come back. We'll focus on this development. Along with that, we'll focus on the markets. The Nifty, by the way, has turned into the green. Thank you for watching Business Lunch.